Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Kyle here, and welcome to episode 1 with the Buffalo Sabres. So, after the completion of the Jets series, which was short, I know, but successful in year 1 in that series, and moving on to another team who has yet to win a Stanley Cup. 55 years for the Buffalo Sabres, and obviously, playoff drought is the longest in North American sports at 14 seasons. So we will be attempting to rectify both of those. Well, we will be rectifying both of those because this series will not end until we've won at least one Stanley Cup with the Sabres. So in this first episode, we're just going to go through the team as we do in the start of most series, take a look at what we've got, what we potentially can do, and then we'll move on in this episode, potentially get a few months in, maybe up to the trade deadline, but we'll see how long I want to go through everything to start here. With the Sabres, obviously in real life, they should be rebuilding. You know, you have a few really good pieces like Dahlin and Thompson, a few younger guys, Zach Benson and such, Owen Power as well. But in this game, because they have those guys and they're so good, Buffalo is usually a pretty good team, at least in simulations. In other franchises that I've done, most times Buffalo makes the playoffs in year 1. So hopefully we can have the same success there. And as I usually do with most teams that I play with, I don't really like to decide ahead of time if I'm going to, rebuild or push for the playoffs or whatever. So we're just going to take it month by month and see how we're doing. If we're clearly in a playoff spot, then we'll push for the playoffs. If we're clearly out of the playoffs, then we'll do a rebuild and sell off some of our expiring guys. Alex Tuch being the main one. Let's have a look at the team here quickly. We'll take a look at the forwards first. So pretty decent. Obviously, we have Tage Thompson, who is our top forward. Power forward, great shot. Great puck skills, okay defensively, great skating and physical. Huge guy as well, so he's going to be a guy that we definitely will want to build around. And then Alex Tuch, another great player, but he's going to want a big raise. He also doesn't want an extension here. So let's take a look at how much he would want. 8.3, which is not terrible for a first line forward. That's something I would definitely pay him. Well, he's listed as a second line, but we'll see about him. He doesn't want an extension, so one of my rules in these series is I don't give extensions if they don't want them. So we will hold off on him. Then we have Josh Norris, who is overpaid. If you guys watched my Ottawa series, you'll know how we feel about Josh Norris. Good player, but just too much money for what he is here as a second line forward, but good defensively, decent offensively, and he's super fast, so those are upsides there. Just 8 mil for a second liner is a little much. Ryan McLeod, third line, pretty good third line center, little much at 5 mil, but that's okay. And then Jason Zucker, third line center as well, a little older, but a decent shot there and decent everywhere else. Again, a little bit much for third line. And then we get to some of our younger guys here. So Zach Benson is someone that regardless we're going to want to re-sign because he can hopefully be our top line player of the future. So once we go through him here, he'll be someone we absolutely will re-sign. And same with Josh Doan. Top 6 medium, still just 23. He could definitely grow into something good. Not great with the face-offs, but defensively, otherwise, he's pretty good and pretty solid everywhere else. Then we have Jack Quinn, another young guy who's signed to a pretty decent contract currently for 2 more years. Again, medium top 6. Sniper already has a pretty good shot, so hopefully he can grow into something there. Then we have Greenway, who is way overpaid. So we'll look to move him if and when we can, I think. And then Yuri Kulik, same thing, just 21, already listed as a third liner. So, lots of growth ahead for him, hopefully. And then Danforth, whatever, Malinston, whatever. Rosen, who probably will not play, but just 22 as well. He's someone that could grow as well. And yeah, okay. So there's our forwards. Not a ton of like high end players. I mean, realistically, we only have 3 top 6 forwards right now, so might be a bit rough actually. But defensively is where we are as in a position of strength, at least on the left side. Like the left side is stacked, right? And all these guys can play left or right. 5 out of 6 of these guys actually, so we can kind of have them wherever. I mean, ideally, we'd like to have lefties on the left, righties on the right, but it might not work out that way. Dahlin, our top player, high elite still, just 25. Top 2 defensemen, just an absolute beast out there. Our captain, we're going to stick with him for as long as we can. He's just signed that big contract, so we got him for a while. Probably the length of this franchise, if all goes well. Fingers crossed. And then Owen Power, still just 22 years old, medium elite. So we will be looking to grow him. We might even play him on that top pair with Dahlin and see if he can grow into something nice there. I mean, already a pretty solid player in the game. So yeah, he's got another long-term contract there, 6 years. So we've got him locked up, and that's a pretty good price for him. Bowen Byram, who just signed that extension in real life, 2 years. Again, still just 24, top 4D. He's pretty solid, and that's decent price for him. Kesselring, who is a UFA, or an RFA, sorry, doesn't want a extension. But he's solid as well. Right-hand shot, which is good. 1.4 is obviously a steal right now, and he will want 6 mil, which might be a bit steep. But again, we're not going to re-sign him until he wants an extension, so we might have to just hold until either the trade deadline or the off-season. Samuelson, 25 as well. He's a top 6 defenseman, but he's got top 4 potential. Solid defensively. And yeah, just a really good young core. And then we have Jacob Bryson as well, or Connor Timmins, whichever one of these guys we want to fill out that defense. And then lastly, goalies. This is where we're lacking, obviously, at least in the NHL system. Luukkonen and Lyon. Lyon's been really good in real life, but he's just, he is what it is in the game, 83 and 83 for Luukkonen. So probably looking to acquire a top goalie, or is Devin Levi? He is. So medium elite Devin Levi backup. We probably will actually play him in the NHL as the backup this year, because he is medium elite listed as a backup. So we'll want to get him to grow. He's kind of the only guy we have. Ratzlaff maybe could grow into something, but he's already 20. I guess he's got a few more years at nearly 70 overall. So maybe something for him. And honestly, do we just trade Luukkonen right now, maybe? I think honestly that's what we might do. Like, these guys are the same overall. Exact starter, exact medium. But Luukkonen's 26. I think we might actually just do that. Trade Luukkonen, get some cap space, more than we have at least now, and then bring up Devin Levi. So yeah, that'll be the plan to start here. So we've got a goalie of the future. Our defense is really good. We could use some right-handed defensemen, obviously. We do have Radim Murka, 70 overall already. So that's someone who could be that guy. So there's one maybe, but no, nothing else really besides him. No elite defense prospects. So that's something we could potentially look for. And then forwards, just a bunch of top 6 medium guys. Peyton Krebs we could call up potentially. And then Ostlund, Hellenius, Wahlberg. Yeah. So no one else really. So we'd be looking for forwards, I think, if we were to trade trades UPL. Yeah, so let's look to acquire a forward, maybe a center, a young center. And let's do that. That'll be the first thing that we do here before we set the lines. So, Luukkonen, not a ton of value, honestly. So let's just see if anyone wants him. Calgary wants him. Colorado wants him. Dallas wants him. Florida wants him. Nashville wants him. Tampa wants him. Okay. And Washington wants him. The Jets do too. So I think let's trade him. I think we'll trade him to the West. Try to get him as far away from us for as long as possible. But let's see if there are any prospects that we could potentially get back. It would be a top 6 player. Joel Farabee, that's too much. It would be around this value though. And yeah, I would like a forward. So actually, let's see. Let's see how comparable that is actually in value. Yeah, that's pretty close. So something around that value. Joel Farabee is a little bit too much. We might just be getting a pick for him. So let's circle back to Calgary. Colorado does not have cap space. Dallas does not have cap space. Detroit, we don't want to trade to the east. Same thing with Florida. Nashville doesn't have cap space. Tampa doesn't have cap space, and east as well. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we're just going to end up trading him to Calgary, and we'll just get a pick back. Maybe a third here. And I wonder if we could also get a fourth. No. So maybe a sixth. Too far off. How about just the third? Yes. Okay, so we've traded Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen to the Calgary Flames. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us in a final in the future. But for now, let us adjust these rosters and we'll adjust the lines. And yeah, that'll probably be it for this video. I'll come back once I've done all that and I'll show you guys the lines that we're going to start the season with. But that'll be it for this first video. And then the next one we'll get up to the trade deadline with this team and see where we're at. So I will be back in just a second. Okay, so I've done up the lines, just even strength and power play for now, and we'll adjust the penalty kill if we need to. But this is what I'm going to go with for the start of the season at least. So first line, Tuck, Norris, and Thompson. Second line, Kulich, McLeod, and Zach Benson. Trying to get Benson to grow and Kulich as well. Playing them up a little bit. And then third line will be Jack Quinn, Josh Doan, and Jason Zucker. And then fourth line, Malinston, Peyton Krebs, and Jordan Greenway. We have Danforth in the press box as well. When we get to November, I'll try to get these guys to buy into our coaching scheme for Lindy Ruff as well, because obviously the chem is not great currently. Defensively, it is pretty good. So defensively, top pair will be Owen Power and Dahlin. I've got Dahlin on the offside because he's got the better shot. Second pair, Kesselring and Bowen Byram. And then third pair, Samuelson and Connor Timmins. So defense, yeah, looking pretty good. Just the forwards are a bit of a rough patch. And goaltending as well. We've got Alex Lyon and Devin Levi, who hopefully will grow in the next few years and become our goalie of the future that we hope for him to be. Yeah, last thing I'll do is I will offer contracts to our top guys. Tuck we're not going to offer. Kessler we're not going to offer because they don't want extensions. However, Zach Benson we will be offering a contract to, and I'm going to pay him basically whatever he wants. He doesn't want a long-term contract, so we'll give him the 2 years that he wants, this bridge deal. But we'll go, if we can get him for under 6, then that would be good. Let's see. Yeah, let's go 5.8 there for 2 years. And then who else? Josh Doan, another young guy. How much does he want? 1.75. Sure. Give him 1.575 there. And then anyone else we want to extend? Peyton Krebs, maybe. Whoa, that's a lot for a fourth line guy. Maybe not, though. No, it is. We'll wait on him. He's already 24, so not too much more growth, especially if he's going to be playing fourth line minutes this year. So we'll wait on him. And then goaltending, we're good. So let's just jump ahead a few days here. I don't think anyone's going to hit any season goals, but we'll give Dahlin the goal of winning the Norris because he possibly could. And everyone else, kind of whatever with that. So yeah, let's just advance a couple days here, see if those guys signed, and then we'll end the video at that point. And in the next one, we'll get into the bulk of the regular season. I'll decline that after, but we'll be quick here, hopefully. Josh Doan accepts. Zach Benson accepts. Perfect. Okay, so that'll be it for this one, episode 1, starting off the Buffalo Sabres franchise attempting to win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history and make it to the playoffs in the first time in 14 seasons. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.